everyone, this is Cindy from Stamped with Aloha, and welcome back to part 2 of my August Aloha Card Club. In this video, part 2 of this series, I'm going to teach you how to create a box for the 4 cards that I taught in this month's class. So let's go ahead and get started with our project. So for this project, we need a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, and we are going to start by cutting that down to 12 by 7 inches. So the left side of this is going to be the box, and on this other scrap here, we are going to create a flap by cutting this down to 5.5 by 4.5. So I'm going to line this up at 4.5 inches. And then I'm going to turn this to 5.5 inches. Okay, so this is going to be our box flap. So for the box flap, we are going to score this. So I'm going to place it back in here, and I'm going to score it at 2 inches. And then I'm going to score it again at 3 inches. Okay, for the box, I'm going to take the 12 by 7 piece, and I'm going to line it up here, and I'm going to score it 4 times. So I'm going to start by scoring it at 1 inch. And then I'm going to score it again at 5.5. Then I'm going to score it at 6.5. And one final time at 11. Okay. And then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to score it one more time at 1 inch. And then with my scissors, I'm gonna take my scissors below that 1 inch score line, and I'm gonna create the flaps for the bottom of the box. So I'm just gonna cut in on each one of those score lines. Okay, so now we are ready to glue the box together. So on the far right side here, I'm going to remove this one corner, and then I'm going to take and I'm going to place adhesive all on the inside of the box like this. And you could use tear and tape too. A lot of people prefer that when creating a box. So then I'm going to fold the box in half, and I'm just going to take and I'm going to fold this over and press it together so that it forms the side of the box. Then I will simply open up the bottom, tuck the flaps in, tuck the bottom in here, and then I'll place adhesive on this flap. And then I'll go ahead and fold that down. Okay? And that forms the bottom of the box. All right, next we'll take the flap piece out, and I've already taken and just folded it on those score lines. For the flap, you'll notice that you have a larger section and a smaller section. So the smaller section is the part that is going to be the closure on the box, and it's going to come over the top like this. And then the larger section is what's going to stick to the back of your box. So I'm going to make the back of my box where this edge has been glued down, and then on the front here you've got clean edges. So this is going to be the front of the box. So I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to take my flap. I'm going to add adhesive to this larger side. Okay, and then I'm going to glue that to the back. All right, and then we'll just let that dry while we move on to decorating. All right, let's go ahead and decorate this. We have these 3 pieces of the card bases that have been cut up. Now, I want to show you that when you put this on here and center it onto the box, it's going to be uneven. It's not going to fit. And that's because this box was created about 1/4 of an inch larger than the standard card so that it would fit the envelopes that come with this kit. So in order to make this even, I'm going to push this up, and when I glue it down, I'm going to create like a little 1/4 inch border around. Now we're off at the bottom here, but the way we're going to cover that is by taking one of these pieces of the card, and we're going to just glue that on so it overlaps, and then it will come down and create an even piece for the front of the box. For the flap, you can decide which way you want your flower to go. It's going to look pretty either way, and then you're going to go ahead and glue that on there like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use my multi-purpose liquid glue and attach these pieces. Okay, perfect. All right, now we're ready to add our focal point. So I have my Do the Hula girl here. I'm going to place adhesive on the back, and I'm going to mount her to a frame of Blackberry Bliss cardstock. And whatever you choose as your focal point, this is also going to serve as the latch of the card. So I am going to adhere her with dimensionals onto the bottom of the card right here, so that, and not put any dimensionals at the top, so that this can form as a way to tuck the top of the box down. So the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to just place my finger here to the left of the focal point. I'm going to take the focal point off, and then I'm going to center a couple of mini dimensionals, and then I'm going to take my focal point image and I'm going to place some dimensionals at the bottom. Since I'm using minis, I'm going to go ahead and add a 3rd one right there. Take off the backing of these 3, and then I'll take off the backing of this one as well. Okay, now I want to close the box, and then I'm going to center her and then go ahead and stick this down, okay? And you'll see that that will now hold our box shut. And then for the sentiment here, we want to just place this at the bottom. So I'm going to just place a couple of dimensionals over here on the edge. Take off the backing, and then we'll just add that right there. You could secure that with a little bit of glue if you want right there, but I think it's going to be fine just like that. All right, let's add our little sequence to finish this up. So I'm going to place one in the same format that I've been doing on all the projects, which is at an angle, large and small, and then with a final small one, I'm going to highlight the sentiment, "You're the best." And this completes our box. So this is all ready now to store our alternate gift card holder with its envelope, the alternate thank you card with its envelope, the alternate appreciate you card with its envelope, and finally our alternate hula girl card. Now it's nice and sturdy with our cards and envelopes in there. We're going to lock that up, and you have a beautiful set of note cards that you can bless somebody with. Thank you so much for taking this time to watch my video today, and a special thanks to those of you who have purchased the kit that goes along with this. I hope that by purchasing the kit, it'll make the process of putting these projects together a lot easier. I hope you'll enjoy having the PDF, and also a little extra treat from me just to say thank you for your support of my Stampin' Up! Business. I want to say thank you to everybody for spending this time with me. I hope that you have a happy and blessed day. Until next time, aloha.